Welcome to APG Pathshala. My name is Dr. Neeraj Agarwal and I am Assistant Professor in University Institute of Hotel and Tourism Management, Punjab University, Chandigarh. I am presenting lecture on module titled French Classical Menu under the paper titled Food and Beverage Service Operations and Management. After completing this module, the learners would be able to understand the concept of French classical menu, explain different types of courses in a menu, define the terminologies used in the menu, perform the compilation of menu, differentiate between 17 courses and 11 courses of French classical menu. Now, I will discuss the introduction part. Since a very long time, over 100 years ago, the European menu has taken in a sequence as a classic arrangement, which is used to lay out menu as well as to point out the order of a range of courses. Nowadays, full classical menu is rarely served except as a special dinner on banquet menu. The general process age is to have 4 to 5 courses for a dinner menu and 5 to 6 courses for a banquet menu. There are 17 courses altogether making of a French classical menu. But in the recent trends, there are only 11 courses which are taken out from the 17 courses. The first class food and beverage outlets keep the classical selections from the 17 course menu. Compilation of menu needs balance to be perfect throughout the courses, especially with regard due to the nutritional value, method of cooking, garnishing, etc. Before attempting such menu, an establishment must ensure that the preparation of food, service area are the process of classic menu sequence of 17 course. The French classical menu contains appetizers, soup, eggs, rice and pasta, fish, entree, sorbet, meat joints, roasts, vegetables, salads, cold buffet, sweets, savoury, cheese, fresh fruits and nuts, and beverages. To make the menu short, in 11 course French classical menu, there are some of the items eliminated from the 17 course menu. These are appetizers, which is known as hors-d'oeuvres, soup, in French it is known as potage, fish, poisson, entree, meat joints, reliefs, sorbet, roast, roti, vegetables, legumes, sweets, entremets, savoury, savourex, fresh fruits and nuts as a dessert. Now, I will discuss each of them in detail. Hors-d'oeuvre, it means appetizers. It is the very first course served as starter to start the meal. This course is composed usually of dishes of a tangy, salty and spicy nature aimed at stimulating the appetite. It is served in small quantity which can be usually taken as tidbits. They develop the appetite for the course to be followed. Appetizers are either served from a tray or from a trolley in a small quantity of each assortment for a portion. Hors-d'oeuvres can be categorized into hors-d'oeuvres classics. Examples are oysters, goose liver paste, caviar, smoked salmon, snails, shrimps. Caviars, they are the roe of sturgeon fish. Approximately 30 gram of caviar is served per portion on blinis. The caviars are surrounded with crushed ice in a container. Accompaniments includes hot toast or blinis, soft butter, lemon wedges, finely chopped shallots, egg yolk and white chopped. Cover will be cold half plate along with caviar knife or side knife, which will be served on the right hand side of the cover. Melon. There are various types of melons. Cantaloupe, it has rough, rigid skin with green lines. It is soft and color is yellow. Honeydew, it has a firm, shiny, wrinkled skin with sweet pulp. Watermelon, it has red sweet pulp and black seeds. Melons are cut into small portions and served ice cold on a cold half plate along with dessert spoon and fork. Melons are served with castor sugar and coarse ginger powder. Fruit juice, usually served in juice glass or in highball glass. Here, we can serve the different varieties of juices such as tomato, orange, mango, pineapple, etc. When we are serving juice to the guest, that time we should provide castor sugar as accompaniments to juices. 1 teaspoon is placed on the table to add mixing. Tomato juice is served with Worcestershire sauce. Oyster. Chilled oysters are served in cold half plate on the bed of crushed ice. An oyster fork is usually offered, but in the absence of oyster fork, a small dessert fork may also be placed on table. Oysters are generally eaten by holding the shell in one hand and fork in the other hand. The finger bowl with an additional serviette should be provided because oysters are taken by hand. Accompaniments of oysters include oyster cruet, tobacco sauce and chili vinegar, lemon half, brown bread and butter. Potted shrimps served in fish plate along with fish knife and fish fork. Accompaniments include hot, unbuttered breakfast toast and lemon. Peeled shrimps are cooked in butter and garnished with lettuce leaves. Smoked salmon served in fish plate along with fish knife and fish fork. Accompaniments includes half lemon wedges, brown bread, butter, chopped onion, etc. Snails, which has been known as escargots. Snail tongues are placed on the left hand side and in the right hand side snail forks is served. They are served with bread, butter, lemon, etc. Seafood cocktail. They are served in champagne saucer glass and saucer can be used as underliner. During the time of service, we should provide teaspoon and fish fork. Accompaniments includes brown bread, butter, lemon wedges and etc. Another variation of hors-d'oeuvres are hors-d'oeuvre varies, salmon canapes, egg canapes, tomato juice, canapes of cheeses or cucumber or tomato, tuna, beetroot salad, Russian salad, mixed fruit cocktail, melon cocktail, grapefruit cocktail, chicken canapes, globe artichoke, asparagus, corn on the cob. They are the examples of it. The second course is potage, which is known as soup. This is the second course of French classical menu. It is a liquid, nutritious food made from meat, poultry, seafood, vegetables or cereals. It stimulates the appetite. In French, there are other words used for soup. Potage or soup may be classified by texture, content and thickness. A potage is considered to be thick, pureed and is meat or vegetable soup and may contain cereals like barley or pulses, for example lentils. Consommé is a thin and clear soup. Soup means to a thick and hearty blend with chunk of edibles. In some menus, soup is usually served as a choice for starters. It is probably that soup in its earlier form a complete meal because it was found economical and wholesome. The function of soup is to supply immediately requirement of the nutrients in our body. General classification of potage is thick soup. The examples are cream soups, purees, velouté, bisque and chowder. The cover required is soup bowl, soup plate with underliner, soup spoon, doily paper, napkins. Examples are crème de tomate, bisque de homard, puree of lentils. Another classification is thin soups. With garnish, consommé brunoise, consommé julienne, consommé célestine, consommé florentine, consommé royal, consommé du Barry. Always named after the garnish. Cover required is double-handled consommé cup or a soup bowl, doily, underliner, soup spoon, and if without garnish, consommé clear, consommé entasse, consommé angélé. Cover required is double-handled consomme cup, soup bowl, underliner, doily and dessert spoon. Exception is petit marmite. It is a beef and chicken consomme garnished with pieces of beef and chicken. The cover required is the earthen pot in which it is cooked, underliner and soup spoon. The accompaniment is bread, which is a natural accompaniment to all continental soups. Other accompaniments are toast cheese sticks, breadsticks, garlic rolls, etc. Bread is always served before the soup in a bread basket or on the side plate. The third course is Oeufs. It consists of all type of egg preparations. The most popular egg item is omelette. The other styles of egg preparation are served in the form of boiled, poached, and encote or scrambled. In the dinner menu, egg is avoided. Examples of egg dishes are oeuf poach, Florentine, oeuf encote à la crème, omelette espagnole. Omelette espagnole is a kind of thick omelette with onion, capsicum and tomato. Omelette or tomato is a tomato omelette. Mushroom omelette is known as omelette aux champignons. Egg mornay, boiled egg baked with a cover of bechamel sauce. Omelette or champignon, that is mushroom omelette. The cover generally laid for this course is small fork, small knife, half plate, dessert fork with coquette dish, sulla plate dish or half plate. The fourth course is Farineux. This course is an Italian contribution in the menu. A large varieties of rice and pasta comes under this Farineux. Spaghetti, penne, gunci and lasagne are pasta dishes. They can be shaped, colored and even flavored in a variety of ways. The number of names of pasta varies and it may be more and other than 250 kind of pastas. The shape, size, ingredients and color denotes the name of pasta. Example, spaghetti Neapolitan, lasagne, bolognese and macaroni arrabbiata. Spaghetti Napolitane is a kind of little string in an Italian cuisine and cooked in tomato sauce. Spaghetti bolognese is served with minced lean meat and rich brown sauce. Ravioli is generally square or round shaped pasta with saw-like or zigzag edges and filled with stuffings like cheese, spinach, chicken, shrimps, etc. Cannelloni is rolls of pasta filled with various stuffings. Cover for the course are all-purpose fork, all-purpose spoon, deep plate, oblique half plates for spaghetti. The fifth course is the Poisson. It consists of shellfish and any fish dishes. The fish prepares the appetite for the heavier meal or meats that are going to be followed. Deep fried grilled fish may not be as part of French classical dinner menu, but are served on the short course as on lunch menu. Sole, salmon, halibut, escallops, etc. are the ideal fish for dinner menu, and cod, bass, haddock, brill, hake and plaice are hardly seen on the evening meal menu. Two types of fishes are served in the table of the dinner. One is poached. Fish are served with hollandaise or any other similar sauce, plain, steamed and boiled. Potatoes are offered with this type of fish, and second one is grilled or fry fish. These are served with tartar sauce or tomato sauce with the lunch menu, which fish course can be replaced by egg. Fish course is normally served in banquet menu or in a dinner menu. The method of cooking and type of fish may be various. Some of steam or but fish will normally be poached, grilled or fried with appropriate sauce and its garnishes. The cutlery for fish course are fish fork and fish knife. Crockery in general is half plate. The examples of are sole meunière is fish preparation shallow fried cooked in butter. Sole colbert is again a fish preparation which is deep fried in flour, egg and breadcrumbs. Vinaigre is a fillet of fish in white wine sauce. In Homard, Neuburg, lobster is served with a thick sauce of fish stock and finished with warm water. Fish à la anglaise, poached salmon, fish à la orle are the other examples of this course. The another course is entrée. The literal meaning of entree is entrance, and it is the first meat course in menu and the sixth course on the French classical menu. Entree is generally in small and well garnished dishes come from kitchen. It is always a complete dish in itself. Artistic garnish is usually accompanied with rich sauce and gravy for the entree. Examples of entree dishes are poulet sauté Cheshire, sautéed chicken supreme in a rich espagnole or brown sauce with mushroom and tomato. Supreme de volaille à la king is a chicken supreme cooked in an oven. Amends de volaille à la king is minced chicken with savoury rice. Filet steak grill is a fillet of steak grilled and served garnished with mushroom, tomato, straw potato and watercress. Chateaubriand is double fillet grilled steak. Vol au vent is a small hollow ring of puff pastry. Vol au vents can be filled with various fillings such as mushrooms, chicken, prawns, fruit or cheese. Kebab oriental is a cooked as savoury and covered minced meat items. Tornadoes Rossini is roundels of small fillet with foie gras sliced served on crouton and Madeira sauce. The note is the vegetables and potatoes are not served when a relève follows the entrée. For example, poulet sauté Cheshire, chop the pork, grill, etc. The general cover is all-purpose knife, all-purpose fork and half plate. Another course is Relevé. It is the seventh and the main meat course on the French classical menu. These are usually bigger than entrees and known as butcher's joint, which need to be carved. Roasting is generally done for these joints. A roast gravy or a sauce with vegetables and potatoes are often offered with this preparation. It may include chicken, joint of lamb, beef, veal, duckling, fowl, tongue, ham, pork. The main dish will consist any of the following: braised ham, baron of veal, roast breast and of lamb is known as carré d'agneau rôti. Roast leg of pork or Poisson de pork roti is served with apple sauce. Roast leg of lamb with mint sauce is known as gigot d'agneau roti sauce menthe. Saddle of mutton, bone sirloin. Accompaniments are sauce or roast gravy, bread, vegetables, potato preparations, etc. Potato are served in 12 o'clock position in lunch when vegetables are served at 1 o'clock position in dinner. The general cover would be joint knife, joint fork and joint hot plate. Another course is sorbet. This course is taken as rest or recess between courses as of the span of the French classical menu. It is the 8th course of French classical menu and actually the rest course. It falls in mid of the meal. It is the time for the guest to relax. Classically, it is a glass of very chilled water flavored with a very few drops of champagne, which is served for the guest to sip it casually. Often strong cigarettes and cigars were also served. It is supposed to rinse out taste buds. Nowadays, rum, brandy, slush, fruit juices are also served for flavorings. The sorbet should be able to neutralize the richness of previously served dishes and redevelop the palate of the dishes to be followed. Sorbet may be an iced water or meringue flavored with sparkling wine or any other liquor. The preparation should be poured into a champagne glass and then be offered on an underliner with a teaspoon. Cigarettes are passed traditionally at this stage of the meal. Cover may consist of champagne saucer, pony tumbler with underliners and teaspoon. The 9th course is roti. This course consists of roasted poultry or game such as chicken, duck, turkey, quails, etc. The dishes are accompanied by their own particular defined sauce or gravy along with green salad separately on half moon plate, which feet on the top of the plate in which roasted items being served. This course is considered as the heaviest course in the French classical menu. Large game animals includes deer, roebuck and boar. Small game animals includes hare and wild rabbits. Game birds includes pheasants, wild turkey, partridges and woodcock. Animals and birds that are hunted for their meats are called games. Hunting of most of the above animal is banned in many countries. Thus, Food and Beverage Department should be alert of the locally implemented laws, and any banned meat should not be added in menu. Chicken, goose, duck and turkey are called poultry. Red currant jelly or cucumberland sauce are generally served with roast game animals. Bread sauce or cranberry sauce are usually served with roast game birds. Accompaniments of roti course is also tartar sauce, roast gravy, pastries, for example, dindonio roti or dinde roti, which is known as roast turkey with sauce of Ellen, roast turkey served with cranberry sauce, Lever's roti, roast hares served with red currant jelly, Cantenon roti, poulet roti, etc. Chicken a la king, chicken breast stuffed with parsley with butter and rolled cylinder shape deep into beaten egg covered with breadcrumbs. Deep fry and garnish with butter beans. Green capsicum, grilled tomato, baked vegetables also served along with it. Some examples of roti course includes roast chicken with bread sauce, roast duck with apple sauce, pot roasted duck with orange sauce, roast goose with apple sauce, roast turkey with cranberry sauce, roast deer with cucumberland sauce. General cutleries are joint knife and joint fork with crockery as joint plate. The 10th course is legume, which is known as vegetable course. Apart from relevé or roti, certain vegetables such as asparagus, artichoke may be served as separate course, although this type of dish is not commonly used as starters. The French menu served a fine rest vegetables as a separate course. At this stage, the balance of food is gradually returns from heavier to light. The vegetable dishes are usually served hot in half plate. Depending upon the dish, the cutleries are provided a small knife, a small fork. Vegetable like asparagus, artichoke can be eaten with the finger. Therefore, finger bowls are provided just after the course. Examples of legumes are grilled tomato, chou-fleur mornay, champignon grill, petit pois au beurre, purée de pommes de terre, pommes lyonnaise with shallow fried shredded onions, pommes au feu, which is known as baked jacket potatoes, pommes persil, boiled potatoes, asparagus on branch with hollandaise sauce, etc. The 11th course is salads. This course specifies as the dishes becomes lighter again in a stage of classical menu. Traditionally, simple green tossed with vinaigrette are served as mean of cleansing the palate and aiding digestion. Salads are broadly classified into two. Simple salad, it is composed of one main ingredient, for example, potato salad, beetroot salad, lettuce salad. The second one is compound salad, which is composed of two or more ingredients. It has base, body, dressing and garnish. The examples are coleslaw, carmen, waldorf, etc. The service of salad. The salad dishes are usually served in instant preparation in half plate. Tossing and mixing are the common methods used in assembling the salad. If served as a side course on a half plate, it is served in a smaller portion, whereas when it appears as a main course on a very large plate, it is served in a larger portion and is presented with its accompaniments. The 12th course is buffet Froid, which is known as cold buffet. In cold buffet course, small chilled meat preparations are served. For example, cannelloni, roti, poulet roti, chicken salad and smoked venison. The next course is Entremet, the sucre, which is known as sweets. These sweets may be of two types, cold sweets and hot sweets. Examples of entremets served warm or hot are puddings, diplomat pudding, cabinet pudding, caramel custard, bread and butter pudding. Fruit fritters, pineapple fritters, apple fritters, etc. The pancakes, examples are crepe Suzette. Soufflés can be a coffee soufflé, chocolate soufflé and vanilla soufflé. Examples of entremet served cold are beverage, which is ribbon beverage or coffee beverage. Fruit salad, the fruits cut served with ice creams or creams, mousse like chocolate mousse, coffee mousse, etc. The ice creams, it can be sundae, peach, melba and ice creams of different flavors. The general cover for entremet is dessert fork and dessert spoon on the cover, whereas the dessert course is taken with a fruit fork and fruit knife. The dessert indicators are on the top of the cover for the entremet. The 14th course is savouries, which is known as savoury also. This course consists of a tidbit on a hot canopy of toast or fried bread on which spicy fillings are placed. Alternatively, the cheese platters may be presented with biscuits, celery stalks as probably accompaniments. In the classical menu, dinners who do not like to eat sweets at the end of the meal opt savoury to close their meal. In fact, most modern day meals are ended by any one of the three courses, savoury, entremet or dessert. Examples of savoury course: anchovies on toast, sardines on toast, mushrooms on toast, cheese, chili toast, angels on horseback, devils on horseback, canapes aux anchois, canapes dana, carrot derby, mussel sur crotte. The journal cover for savoury course is small fork, small knife and half plate. The another course is fromage, which is known as cheese course. Cheese is an substitute to the old-fashioned savoury course and served before or after the entremet course. Suitable accompaniments may be served together with the various type of cheese. The ideal cheese board must carry semi-hard, hard, soft or cream, fresh and blue cheese. Crackers, olives, celery sticks and grapes are usually served with cheese platters. Generally for this course, cover is arranged as quarter plate, oblique cheese plate, side knife or cheese knife. The 16th course is dessert course, in which normally we used to serve fresh fruits and nuts. Dessert comes at the end of a meal. Thus where means to clear the table in French word. In this course, usually a basket is presented as part of the table decor, placed on the table and served at the end of the meal. Any kind of fresh fruits and nuts could be served accompanied by castor sugar in this course. For desserts, the cover in general laid as interlocked fruit knife and fruit fork on the fruit plate, finger bowls with cold and lukewarm water, respectively, napkin, nut crackers and grape scissors on the side plate. The 17th course we have the café, which is we serve hot or cold beverages like tea, coffee, etc. Beverages are not counted as a course, always remember while compiling a menu. Tea, Indian, Ceylon, Earl Grey, Darjeeling, Orange and Pekoe. Coffees, examples can be cafetiere, iced, filter, specialty and decaffeinated. Now, I will summarize the whole module. In this chapter, we defined the concept of French classical menu. European menu has taken in a sequence as a classic arrangement which then took a shape of French classical menu. Nowadays, French full classical menu is rarely served except as a special dinner on banquet menu. Now I will summarize the whole module. In this chapter, we define the concept of French classical menu. European menu has taken in a sequence as a classic arrangement which then took a shape of French classical menu. Nowadays, full classical menu is rarely served except as a special dinner on banquet menu. The general process is to have 4 to 5 course for a dinner menu and 5 to 6 course for a banquet menu. There are 17 courses altogether. making of a French classical menu, but in the recent trends, there are only 11 courses which are taken out from these 17 courses. We also explained how the sauces and accompaniments play the important role in menu. An understanding of this chapter will provide the necessary information for those practicing the menu development in food services. Thank you and have a nice day.